Good morning and welcome to the UAC Newsroom. As always, my name is Connor Gildenblatt and I will be bringing you all the latest action and updates from the UAC universe this past week. So, congratulations to you if you are a New England Patriots fan. What a wonderful game, and we're going to talk about the game a little bit later, but first, let's dive into the numbers. Oh, by the way, we are coming to you live from the conference room in Moline. I'm very happy to be here. I'll be here for the next 10 days or so. Hopefully, I think I'll be able to make it over to Davenport. But anyways, let's dive into the numbers. Here we go. Arlington, great job. First, I want to start out with a special announcement for a certain individual, and then we'll get into who led the office. But I want to give a shout out to Crystal Andrews, back up to $7,600, third in the office. That's wonderful to see, Crystal. You know that's the kind of numbers you should be hitting. Awesome job. Very proud of you. Great job, Crystal. But then we've got Desiree leading the office with $9,300 last week. Right underneath her would be Robert coming in second at $8,700 last week. And by the way, Arlington, good job last week. I know that you guys had the backbone of the company with the northern offices being unable to work, being unable to even get there, being unable to probably even start their cars. I don't know. I've never been in negative 45-degree weather. So good job to the northern offices for pushing through as much as they could. But Arlington, I know that you guys were the backbone last week, so great job. Also, Daniel Martin leading the office with new business. That's $3,300 in new business sales. 7 total new businesses coming out of just his phone alone. So good job, Daniel. We're going to move on. We've got Diane Prater at $3,700. Jamie Rogers at $4,600. Great job, Jamie. You know that's where you should be too, even a little bit more than that. Good job, though, Jamie. Trisha selling 3 new businesses last week. I am so very proud of you. That's just an awesome thing to see, somebody who's been so successful at selling the repeats, diving into new business. Great job, Trish. We're going to move on, though, to Peoria. Now, Peoria had a little bit more of a workday than Moline and Davenport could have, but we've got Angela Rutherford leading the office once again at $6,900 last week. Jenny Wagner coming in right underneath her at $6,700. Those two have been battling it out every single week, so it's awesome to see that competition and also the success that's coming out of both of your phones. Ebony at $3,000. You also got Angela, who also led the office with new business. Great job all around. I see Melinda up at $2,100. Ebony, finally, I'd like to see your name back on this list at $3,000. Great job. I got Jarius at $1,000. We've got Maria, I believe. I hope I said that right, or Mariah at $500. Great job, guys, all the way around. Good job, Peoria. Now, Moline, I know it was a little bit tough getting to work last week. I think we worked some later days or something like that. But Hernandez, $5,600. Great job, Hearn. 76% prepaid. That's phenomenal. Also, Cody Loud. I hope I get your last name right. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's $1,900. 100% prepay. One phone call, 1 close. Great job, Cody. And then you got Bree and Brian at $25-24 with just the short amount of time they worked. But one thing that's really cool is Moline, with the short amount of time they worked, did lead the North in the prepay revenue, brought in $7,600. I know we didn't get to work very much, but that's okay. We're going to make it happen this week. Now, we are moving on to Davenport. Kelly Beecher, $4,000, led the office. Actually tied for the lead. Tied for the lead with Rick Trammell, who also sold $4,050. Kelly, $4,050. Then you got Philly Hall at $3,900. You got T. Smith at $3,900. Let's see who led the new business. Rick Trammell also led the new business. Good job, Rick. Let's see, we got any new names on here? I see Kimberly, that's a new name, $800. Great job there. I know it's been a hard week last week with all the weather, but we are going to move forward and focus on what's now. And one thing that I do want to give a shout out to is all of our wonderful verifiers. You've got Jessica, Cecilia, Raven, Chelsea, Serena, Jesse, Jana. I hope I said that right, or Jana. I hope I say it right. But guys, without you guys, there's no way to make this possible. And last but not least, I got to give a shout out to my main girl, Liz, up here in Moline. She was my verifier. She helped me run my office when I was in Moline. So I just want to give a special shout out to Liz and all of our verifiers who make all of these deals possible. Now, we are going to move on to what happened last night. Now, I'm not a big sports fan. I mean, I watch hockey, that's about it. But whenever I get the chance to watch the Super Bowl, you probably could guess the only reason why I watch it, and that's for the commercials. Now, some of those commercials were phenomenal. They hit home. They were very emotional, like the fact that they try to play on your emotions. But let's get to the game. The game was won by one key factor, and if you're any kind of sports fan, your kids are in sports, you played sports growing up, last night was the epitome of a very important phrase that comes out of sports, and it's very true, and last night it was proven to be true. The phrase is, defense wins championships. That is back to the technical fundamentals of playing a sport, and it's phenomenal to see that when that actually plays true. You might have been bored last night with no touchdowns or no big plays, but the defense last night was phenomenal. Both sides of the ball, both sides of the field, both teams had phenomenal defense. But that's the fundamentals. Now, we're going to get into the fundamentals of sales. We're going to get into the fundamentals of defense, which would be rebuttals. We want to be on the offense when we're on our rebuttal game playing defense. So to talk about more about the fundamentals and how we're going to get ready for our days and be prepared for anything that may come, I'm going to bring in the specialist, the wonderful, the very talented Mr. Jordan Wakely.
Who run it? You know they're acting like it's down now. You run it. You know but you're acting like it's down now.
So, told you he was going to be here. He's here now. We're going to talk about some fun stuff and really get your notepads out because I promise you were going to learn and want to apply something that you hear right now. So, Mr. Jordan Wakely, what words you got for us?
Well, it's Money Making Monday, so we might as well talk about how we're going to make money, right?
Yes, that's perfect. Yes.
So one of the coolest things to think about watching a football game is there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, right? Mm-hmm. You know, the coaching staff does a ton of review of gameplay, videos, they're meeting, they're consulting. Mm-hmm. The players, even though there's a lot of physical practice that goes on, there's a lot of mental practice that goes on behind the scenes. Yep. If you're not a big sports fan, you may not know that a lot of it's studying. Mm-hmm. And so the best of the best do a lot of studying and preparation before the game takes place on paper. Mm-hmm. So to put that in terms of what we do for a sales organization, it's like, you know, one of the keys to doing really well in sales is to have high self-confidence, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have high self-confidence, a lot of times to get the confidence, you have to have the preparation to know that you're walking in and you're confident in your ability. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to talk about is just being prepared for some of the things that we know we're going to hear throughout the day.
Yes.
We already know the rebuttals. We already know the objections we're going to hear.
Let's take a guess right now to yourselves. What do you think the number one rebuttal you hear is? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and say it now, though. You know, Jordan, I'm not interested.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't expect you to be interested because we haven't had a chance to even really go over the details of how this works. But I know you get a lot of phone calls, and I know you want to get rid of most of them, right, Connor?
Yeah.
So I know if I could show you a way that you could increase your business, you'd be interested in how that would work, right?
Yeah, I would. Definitely.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, if I don't show you any value in 60 seconds, you can hang up on me and treat me like all the other phone calls you want to get rid of. But there's a specific reason why I reached out to you today.
Okay.
And that's what I'd like to share with you.
All right, which is? And then you get into your pitch.
Your pitch is, yeah.
All right, so let's go with another one. I mean, obviously that was phenomenal, and you might want to rewind and write some stuff down. I promise you, it's too good not to. What's another one? It's not my budget, Jordan.
Hey, Connor, I wasn't anticipating it being in your budget because you didn't know I'd be even giving you a call today, right?
Yeah.
I know if we had been, having the opportunity to work together for, let's just say, the last 2 years, and we were able to partner up and I was able to show you what I could do for your business and ultimately grow your revenue, you wouldn't say it's not in the budget. You'd say sign me back up no matter where your budget was at, right?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of relationship we want to start. But we have to start somewhere. And I know you didn't plan on me, but I do know that if we had been working together and you saw it work, this is a conversation we'd only have once about, not being in the budget. Because you'd make room for me the next time if it's working, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
That's guys, I'm telling you, if you're not writing this down, FDs, make sure, I'm telling you, this is too good not to write down. It's on your papers. If you look at your rebuttals right now, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, we know we're going to hear this every single day, so you just got to work at it every single day.
It's too good to pass up, guys. What's another one? It's not my budget, not interested. I don't have time right now.
Sure. Well, I think one of the biggest things I want to talk about just real quick, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Is one of the biggest things is we get wrapped up in what they're saying sometimes. It's what they're not saying that's a lot of times the reason why they're not buying. So sometimes the objection that they throw at us isn't the true objection. They just want to know that we're prepared. They want to know our certainty in what we do. So they're almost testing us. Does that make sense?
Oh, I'm so with you because I know that when I'm not doing anything, I'm like, I'm busy right now. It doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah, how many times can you think about where somebody said, hey, I don't have any money in my account, and then they whip out a full credit card payment?
Yes.
Or they're really busy, you got to hurry, and then 45 minutes later, you're still chopping it up.
I want to tell them about your phone call that you just told me about how important the Cardone stuff is. This is great.
So there was a sale that took place on Friday, and we got down to the numbers, and he was trying to get a better deal. And the customer asked me, hey, you know what? I can't do it at that price point. How much better could you do? And so I told him, I don't have any more money to give you. Well, that was something we've worked on with Cardone U. And so immediately he recognized, he was a realtor. He said, whoa, hold on. You do Cardone University, don't you? We kind of laughed about it, found out that we had something in common as far as, who we look at and who we study each day. And so, long story short, he whipped out a credit card, paid for the whole thing.
Guys, and how you put it, it's respect of the craft, guys.
It is true respect of the craft. When somebody recognizes that you take time and you practice, you study, and you take it sincere.
And you're on top of your game, and you sound like it.
You're on top of your game, and you work at this, then there's a mutual respect that takes place.
Guys, and that's why it's so important to really not only study, not only learn your new stuff on your own while you're at home, but also to apply it, because that's how you get better at it. And whenever somebody sees that you're putting in the work to get better, they're going to respect you for it, and you're going to sound smarter than you might be.
Absolutely. A lot of times it's not about what you know; it's how smart you sound about it.
Yes. So that's our goal today, guys. And this week, I wanted you guys to hear this because this was just phenomenal. But I hope everybody has a great week. Got any last words for him?
I think just the reality is you got to put into your mind what you want first.
Yep.
So if you can kind of, the reason why they show previews at a movie theater is they want to get you excited about coming back to watch the actual movie. So every single day when you wake up, you got to really play out that highlight reel, that preview of what your day is going to look like. So that way you're excited about getting out of bed. And the more things that you think about that you want to take place, the more likely it is to happen if you've already pictured yourself being in there in the mind first.
Yep.
So picture in the mind, play it out in reality.
All right, guys. Have a great day. All right, so we got to go over one more rebuttal because it's too important to pass up and to not touch on. Hey, it's too much money for me. It's too much.
Hey, Connor, I get that it's a lot of money. It's not the cheapest solution. There's a reason why it costs what it does, and I really look forward to showing you the opportunity and showing you why it costs what it does ultimately when you get the results. And I know once you see the results, you wouldn't mind even doing it again, even paying possibly more money if you have more customers coming through your door, right?
You're exactly right, and I want to touch on this. He's not just selling this deal. He's selling the future deals. Yep. That's huge.
So just don't mistake, a complaint to be an objection. And what you did was you complained. You said it's a lot of money. I'm agreeing with you. It is a lot of money, but what's even more money is the revenue that you get from something like this. Yeah. So it's crucial that you don't start, going through and rebuttaling something that's not even a no. Like you didn't say no to it. You just said it's a lot of money. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. It is a lot of money. But there's a reason why it costs what it does, and I look forward to showing you.
Yes, guys, it's too good. You can't be afraid. That's one thing. He's not afraid of the objection. Not only did he prepare for it, is he ready for it? Does he know what to say because he studied and practiced? But it's a matter of not being afraid to understand that this is just a complaint. This guy isn't against me. He's not against my product. He's not against anything. He's just against opening up his mind.
I think a lot of times people ask, well, how much does it cost? And we automatically go into defense
and
start trying to justify the cost. Well, they're not saying no. They're not saying it's even a concern. They're just asking you how much it is. So don't jump to that conclusion.
Yes.
Because once you start trying to justify, they're like, okay, that validates that price is a concern. They deal with that. I just want to embrace it.
Yes. You want to embrace it like you're picking off a pass from a quarterback. You're running towards the ball. You're not afraid of it. Come on.
You got to embrace it like it's the best thing.
Yes.
I'm so glad you asked that, Connor, because that's the best part.
I'm so happy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that.
Perfect. Guys, you can't beat this stuff. I'm telling you, you should be writing this down or rewinding it and writing it down next time. Is that it? You good? That sounds great, guys. Have a great day.